Why don't we look at Drake gifting Kyle the Rolex?
Yeah, pull that up.
These guys are just gifting. Look at this. Look at the smile on the kid.
Bro, the amount of pictures I seen with like the streamers and then Drake in that fit kills me. They all took the opportunity to get that Drake.
It was
pic,
that one night.
I would have done the same thing though.
I think he was doing photos that one night.
This was big though. Like that was I think I saw a post.
Was there a video?
I saw Neil from Timepiece say that watch is 140K.
Wow.
USD.
Yeah, I think Kyle had no idea what the watch was when he got it.
He
Which
said it. I think he said he didn't know.
But okay, let me ask you this. What would you do if Drake gifted you a Rolex? How would you feel? What do you think Kyle is feeling? That's one of the biggest artists in the world saying, here's a gift, not only any gift, but a gift that's over $100,000.
Yeah, I think the first thing you got to think about, look, at the end of the day, if that happens to you, like you're stunned in the moment. No one's going to have the perfect reaction. But with that being said, I think obviously from like one Canadian to a fellow Canadian, you got to look at the situation and say like, it's almost like not a stamp of approval, but like like props, like keep putting on for Canada, you know, which like obviously these guys love to do. We tend to do that, right? When you're from Canada, although you maybe make the move to the States because that's the bigger market to grow, you always want to show love to Canada. So I think going from like one Canadian to the other is one way to look at it, which was obviously a super big thing for Kyle. And then if you look at the situation and the fact that like it's Drake and the biggest artist in the world, I mean, you're gonna that's sentimental. You're gonna hold on to that probably forever. I think there's that could be $140,000 watch, but maybe in Kyle's mind that's a $10 million watch just because of who it came from.
And again, I think going back to Drake being calculated, this is all calculated.
Yeah.
This is Drake planting seeds with people of importance for the next 10, 20 years of his career.
Yeah.
He's doing this with all the streamers. Very smart of him to team up with Full Send as he's been showing love to them. They're going to love him forever.
There's a part of me that thinks that it's calculated, but then again, I'm like, he has the audience already. I think he actually just fucks with them. And again, I think there's this thing with Canadians where it's just like, yo, it's not easy to make it out of Canada.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
Even, you've seen people get cosigns and then it doesn't work out. You've seen all this stuff. So it's like, just the fact that these guys have made it out of Canada the way that they did, like Nelk, Full Send, Kyle, and all those guys is like, yeah, I think it's a more of like a nod, like, yo, well done, my youth,
Well done, my youth.
So respects to Drake for that. I think it's a big move. Because I don't think he gave anyone else there a fucking Rolex straight up. So you know what I mean? He chose the Canadian guy, so I respect that. I respect that for sure.